Hey guys, in today's video I'm going to share with you some products that I've used up and purchased over and over again. I have a bag here that I've just been throwing things in. It's not full, it's just a bag that I just threw the products into. So why don't we go ahead and get started with this. So the first thing I'm going to dig in and pull out is this. My Laura Mercier Translucent Setting Powder. Now this is a mini. I've already gone through one whole container of this. I haven't repurchased another whole size yet. Whole size? Big size? I'm actually waiting until the next Sephora sale to happen before I do that. But I think I got this. I forget how I managed to get this. I think it was in, you know, those big Sephora favorites that come out around Christmas time. I believe this is one of the reasons why I purchased that, was because I know I like this powder and I wanted to have a backup of it. I didn't get it during the last Sephora sale because honestly I just didn't want to buy anything that wasn't fun. I was kind of more trying to conserve my money. I knew I had other powders that I kind of wanted to try and use up. But yeah, enough rambling. I can't talk today. Laura Mercier Translucent Setting Powder. Purchased that, used it up, and will continue to keep repurchasing it. I will save my one skincare item that I have for last. The next product that I have here that I've used up and repurchased is another Laura Mercier product. It's the Laura Mercier Secret Concealer in the shade 1. I used all of it up. And I got another one because it's the only concealer that I use, on the inside of my eyes because I have really dark circles. Not circles per se, just on the inside of my eye there is like, not gray, but blue. So I find that this, because it has like a peachy color, it really helps cancel out that gray. And then I set it with my Bare Minerals Well Rested powder, and I find that combination, I mean, it's not 100% covered, but I mean, it's covered enough where like I don't think people notice that like I have really dark inner corners. I'm out of breath again. Why do I always get out of breath when I continue to talk? I need to calm down and I don't know what else I need to do. The next powder that I have in here is a more or less a new discovery. I got a sample of this Stellar Cosmic Face Powder in Haze. When did I get this? I don't know. It's been a long time actually, but it's kind of got like a does it have a purpley hue? It's like a really faint purple color. Like, not even enough to, can you even notice? No, it's white. Sorry. I thought it was purple. Anyways, so I bought this and at first I was like, well, what do I use this for? But turns out it's actually amazing at hiding pores. So I'll take this on a sponge, my little sponge here that I need to throw out and get a new one. I'll take it and I'll just dab it, and I'll dab it on the inner corners of my, beside my nose here, and sometimes on my forehead and on my chin, and it just blurs my pores like nobody's business. Once I found this technique, like I try and do it every day. Sometimes I forget and then I go and put on my luminizing powders and I'm like, oh, my pores are showing. This layered on first on top of foundation, and then if you go in with your luminizing powders, if you have oily skin with bigger pores, this powder, along with this other one here, the Bare Minerals Mineral Veil, really helps conceal your pores. So I used that up, and I actually bought the full size of it. It is in my drawer, and I kind of never want to be without it ever again. Next, I used up a mini of the Hourglass Caution Extreme Lash Mascara from Hourglass. Now, when I first got this, I loved it. Like, I used all of the sample up, and I don't know why I can smell that. Sometimes mascaras smell interesting. Anyway, so I used it all up, and did I buy the full size? No, I ended up buying, there was a little sample size kit on Sephora where you can try like 5 mini mascaras, and you can basically, it was like $35 Canadian, and you could get a full size free of the ones that came in the little container. So I was like, perfect, I know I definitely want this one again, and it comes with a mini as well as it also came with a couple other ones that I wanted to try / already knew I kind of liked, so I was like, it's a win-win situation. So I got it, and I don't know if this was just like, I don't know what happened with this, but anyways, I tried it, and it wasn't the same. It smudged under my eyelashes, and it just like, it didn't give my eyes the false lash effect that this gave. So I returned it because I was like, wow, this sucks. I mean, maybe that was just a bad batch, but like, I didn't want to risk cashing in on the bigger size mascara when I might not have been happy with it, where I can just return the 5 minis and just be done with it and move on with my life. So that's what I did. But yeah, that was beautiful while it lasted. I guess that's, yeah, that, not a repurchase, but it's one I've used up. Okay, next I will go in and pull out some more mascaras here. Let's start with this one. So this is the MAC Extended Play Giga Black Lash. I love using this on my lower lash line. I have another one here. Where is it? It's in my makeup bag. There's my other one. I basically use this over top of my CoverGirl Clump Crusher on my lower lashes, and then I go in and separate and really define to get that like baby doll separated lash look with this. Love it. That's my second tube of it, so I probably repurchase it unless I find something else that I fall in love with. Next mascara is the L'Oreal Voluminous Butterfly in Midnight Black. Now for the next mascara that I'm going to show you that I've repurchased several times, this was the mascara that I layered under it for the longest time. I'm not one really for going in with one mascara and that's it, like one and done, except for like a few here, like the Hourglass one. And there was one other one once upon a time. Oh yeah, it was the Too Faced Better Than Sex. Once upon a time, that was the only mascara that I used, and I could really layer it on, and it gave me like a false lash. I kind of like the clumpy effect, so the layered, what am I trying to say? Like a clumpy false lash effect, if that makes any sense. It sounds nasty, but I don't know. I liked it. So anyways, I used this up, and I actually did repurchase another one because I used up all of my other samples that I was using. So that's that. The next mascara that I have here is... these are just a few that I've hung on to. I've actually thrown out several. But the Maybelline Lash Sensational. I have another one here that I'm finishing up, and I also have another one here that I just purchased. So as you can see, that's 5 tubes, and there's been more in my life. Anyways, these are amazing. I don't like to use them by itself per se. I like to layer it over top of other mascaras, like the L'Oreal one or whatever I have. My lashes are sparse and fine, so I find it has to take the right formula to really build them up and make them to look like I want them to look. So I prefer a drier formula. This formula right off the bat is a little more on the wet side, so I do like to give it a couple weeks to dry out a little bit, and then I find it gives its best performance. So those are those mascaras. Next is my brow product. Now, I don't know where the other ones went, but this is my Essence Make Me Brow. As if you guys watch my tutorials, this is like the only thing I use in my brows, along with my Benefit Brow, which this is almost done, and I have a backup of it, so that'll be in the next MP's video. But yeah, I have another one going on here. I have another one. So yeah, also love this product. It's cheap. It's like $2.99 at Shoppers Drug Mart if you live in Canada. I love it. It's cheap and it's effective. It holds your brows but doesn't give it like a hard, crunchy effect. But it really keeps its hold. Next, I am going to share with you another one from the line of Essence from Shoppers. It is the... Now this is going to look ridiculous because for the price you pay for it, like, these eyeliners are all ones I've used up. Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 that I'm using. 8, another one that I'm using. And I have 2 more of my backups here that I haven't even opened yet. That's 10. 10 eyeliners. That's insane. I mean, they're only $5.99. They last fairly long, but because I have slightly hooded eyes, I get the best wing and sharp, crisp edge with the wing edge. What am I trying to say? The point when the wing, like when you make the flick. I get the best performance when it's brand new. So what I kind of like to do is I like to use like a brand new one to do my whole eye. And then I'll use one that's like almost near the end where it's starting to dry out, and I'll use that along my regular lashes. I'll use that along my lash line because it doesn't need to be as precise. So I mean, if you really think about it, I haven't timed how long they actually last me for. But maybe I should start considering getting another one, but at the same time for $6, I mean, it lasts me, I don't know, maybe a month, maybe less than that. Is that a long time for a cheap eyeliner to last you? Then again, I have been collecting these for a long time because, well, I don't go through them that fast. Anyways, that's my favorite. I would like to find another one, but why? It's cheap, it works. Who cares? Sorry, my throat was getting dry. Okay, so down to the last couple products here. I have my favorite lash glue. I tried Duo once and I did not like it at all. I think I tried it a couple different times. The clear one, it just doesn't stick properly. Maybe I didn't use it right. But this Revlon lash glue works beautifully for me. It doesn't come up, doesn't lift off in the middle, on the inner corner. Yeah, the corners doesn't lift off. So I like it. It's hard to find though, but there's my backup of it that I'm using currently. This is an old one. So that's my favorite lash glue. I haven't really experimented in the lash glue department because, I mean, I found one, it works. I can spend my money on other things. Anyways, another product that I used up and wanted to repurchase, but I actually found something that was better and cheaper, is the Marc Jacobs Highliner in Black. This was beautiful until it dried up and I couldn't use it anymore, which is a shame because this is only a mini, and I found, like, I still have a little bit left of it and I can't even use it anymore. It's like, it's dried up. So I don't know, I was hesitant to buy the full size because it's like $35 for an eyeliner. I mean, I use it every day, so yes, but at the same time, the mini dried up before I was done with it, and I use it every day, so it kind of was like, I mean, like, I was about to purchase it, but then I wanted to find something cheaper, because there's no way I can justify spending $35 on an eyeliner that I use on my upper lash, on my waterline. I just knew there had to be a cheaper alternative, so I did find a cheaper alternative, which is the L'Oreal Infallible Longwear Eye Pencil in Black. It's $10, you can get it at the drugstore, it goes on beautifully, it lasts all day, it doesn't really transfer to my lower lash line. Bam, done. Moving right along, I have a couple lip glosses that I have used up. The first one is the Marc Jacobs Sugar Sugar. Is it the Sugar Sugar? I believe it's the Sugar Sugar. It's Sugar Sugar. If it's not, I'll correct it in the description box below. But yeah, I got this little sample guy, fell in love with it, bought the full size. It's like my go-to nude lip gloss. It's amazing. It looks beautiful by itself. It looks beautiful layered over top of another nude lipstick. I just love it. Two more lip glosses. This one I have since repurchased. It's the Buxom Pink Champagne. It's the perfect nudie pink. I believe I had this in my video where I called it something about my most used nude lipsticks or something like that. But yeah, this is in my purse, and this guy stays in my purse, and I love it. Next that I have used up, sorry, I have an air bubble in my throat. The next lip gloss that I used up, but I didn't repurchase because, I don't know, like, I kind of still want to, but I've also purchased a few. I don't know if they discontinued this actually. Maybe that's why I didn't repurchase it, because I feel like I got a substitute for it. That was the Kristen lip gloss. Anyways, getting off topic again. This is the Bunny Buxom lip gloss. I was obsessed with this for the longest time. It gave your lips just the perfect little pinky sheer tint, and it smelled so good, and it gave your lips that cooling sensation. I just love Buxom lip glosses, and I might repurchase it again in the future if I can find it again. Who knows? And I guess the last product that I have here that I have refilled with water, because I'm now using it as a spray bottle for the bathroom in my hair, is the Smashbox Primer Water. Now, in the wintertime when I need a little bit more hydration, but I don't want anything too heavy, I was loving going over this with my, I was loving spraying my face with this before I put my foundation on. Did I do it before primer? Yeah, so I sprayed my face with this. I would add my normal primer, like my normal, the Hourglass one that I always use. I would add that, and then I would use my foundation over top of it, and then I would use my Max Fix Plus setting spray. And in the wintertime when my skin was dehydrated, I found that this made a pretty significant difference. Where's my other two? And I've only ever purchased the minis. I kind of want to purchase the full size, but I couldn't justify spending $40 on that. I'm probably going to do it in the fall when I need it again, but I refilled the other two. This is the MAC Fix Plus matte setting spray, and this one has my MAC Fix Plus in it. I just find these are easier bottles to have and use daily, and I kind of like the spray on them. So I've kept my empties and refilled them with something else. And like I said, this one has water in it and I keep it in the bathroom. But loved that. We'll repurchase it again in the fall when I do need it. But for now, for the summertime, I'm using the Urban Decay Setting Spray and All-Nighter. Okay, I think that about wraps it up for today's empties video that I have recently emptied. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. It was a little bit different than I usually do. I usually do makeup tutorials, but I want to do a little bit more of a variety. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!